In naming most 3D objects, you need to use an adjective and a noun. The adjective normally describes the face of the object. Okay, so in this case, it describes whether what sort of shape these faces are. So the faces are the flat sides. Okay, the noun normally tells you what type of object it is. So whether it's a cone, a cube, a cylinder, a prism, a pyramid, or a sphere. I'm just going to run through what some of these things mean. Hexagonal means that the end is a hexagon, a 6-sided shape. Octagonal means it would be an 8-sided shape at the end. Pentagon is 5-sided shapes. Rectangles, most of you should know rectangles are these 4-sided shapes. Squares are 4-sided shapes that are all the same length. And triangles have got 3 sides. This one we can see is rectangular, so our first adjective is rectangular because the end of it here is a rectangle. Then we need to decide, is it a cone, a cube, a cylinder, a prism, a pyramid, or a sphere? Cones taper up to a point, like an ice cream cone. Okay, and they have curved sides. A cube is like a dice. It's got 6 sides and all of them are exactly the same, so they're all square. So that's a special type of prism called a cube, like a dice. A cylinder has normally a circle at the end, a circle at the other end, and has a curved face in between. So it's very much like a Coke can or a can of beans. That's a cylinder. A prism is a shape that if you slice through it, it would look the same on the top and bottom still. So if this is a prism here, if we sliced right through the middle here along this edge, if we cut it in half with a knife, it would look like a sort of slightly lower version of the same thing. It would still have a rectangle at the top, a rectangle at the side, a rectangle underneath. It would look the same if we cut through it. Okay, we could cut through it up the top here, we could cut through it in the middle, we could cut through it in the bottom, and it would look the same, just a little bit flatter, a little bit lower. Okay, a bit like a block of cheese or a block of butter. Anything that's blocky is a prism. So that's what this is. A pyramid tapers up to a point like a cone, but its sides are not curved. Its sides are flat. Think about the great pyramids of Egypt to think about what a pyramid looks like. And a sphere is a globe or a ball, basically. So now you know some of the terms, we should be able to whiz through these activities. First thing is to look at the base here. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. 6 sides are hexagons. And it tapers up to a point which makes it a pyramid. It's not a prism, because if I cut through the top here, it would be a very small hexagon. If I cut through the middle, it'll be a medium-sized hexagon. And of course the bottom is quite a big hexagon. So it wouldn't look the same. Okay, it would have a flat top, not a pointy top, which means it's not a prism, it's a pyramid. And they're the two that most confuse kids: prisms and pyramids. Pyramids go up to these points. Okay. Next one. This one has got a circle at the bottom, circle at the top. Looks a bit like a can of beans, doesn't it? That makes it a cylinder. You don't need to give an adjective for a cylinder because cylinders are always round. This one is a prism because it doesn't go up to a point. So it's a prism, and I need to count the sides again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hexagon. Okay. Next, this one goes up to a point, so it's a pyramid, and it's got a rectangular bottom. Look at the bottom of it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a square. Might look like a square, but it's actually a rectangular pyramid. Okay. So keep going through. Choose the adjective, choose the noun, and you'll get them right. And 1 or 2 of them you don't need to have adjectives like cylinders and cones. They're just cylinders or cones.